show y'all real quick what we have, which is roast potatoes, corn, crabbies from Maryland. They're delicious. And mussels.
Mad good.
What?
I said mad good.
And shrimp. I gotta show everybody.
Nice.
Everything.
It's a lot of things.
And we got garlic. It's like a garlic butter jerk sauce on top.
That sounds crazy delicious already. It's simple.
Okay, so now that we know what's going on. What's going on, y'all? How you feeling? Now that we know what's going on.
Yo, this shrimp, though.
Is it delicious?
It's crazy good.
Okay.
Like, what? Wait.
What?
You didn't answer my question.
Oh, okay, sorry. How was my week?
How was your week so far? It just began. We like a day or two in because, you know, some people start their weeks on Sunday.
Okay.
But how's your week so far?
My week so far has been amazing.
Yeah.
I got to hang with my family. My sister's visiting from Cali. We got to chill out.
Big shout out to them.
Big shout out to them.
Your family.
Yes, and for the crabs.
And the crabs.
And
And the crabs.
oh, this sauce is bomb.
I didn't even get jiggy with it yet. Yo.
It's in there. You gotta like scoop it up.
In there? I was doing a dip. That sauce is in there. That's different.
Yeah, we got. Okay, sorry, I didn't say the sauce either.
Yeah.
So it was all sautéed in a garlic butter jerk sauce, but we also made some cocktail sauce too, so you could get the dip and the dip with the Old Bay. What's going on, y'all? How's everybody feeling?
I'm spoiled, can't lie.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about power couple equal relationship roles tonight with this guy over here spoiled.
Listen, you might not hear from me because you know the food is good when the people are quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know, that's why I was like, I'm realizing that the multitasking level that this requires is high.
It's like,
it's high.
Yeah, this is not for the faint of heart.
Okay. See, this might take a minute to get through these, you guys.
No, this is what you want to do. Your week was starting. Your week was starting good. Like, let's ease into it.
Okay, ease into it. My week has been great. Today, we had a productive day. You know,
we did have a productive.
We got
day.
Groceries. We have an abundance of abundance.
Abundance
of everything in the household, of love, of good feeling, of productivity, all of that. And I feel great.
That's great.
How about yourself?
Me?
Yeah.
Today, I was productive, but I also felt like... What's that?
Crap out.
Crap pile,
yeah.
Okay. I was productive. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was the weather because it's kind of drowsy, but I was like a little... It felt gloomy outside and inside a little bit. Mm-hmm. I wasn't sad or melancholy or anything like that, but I was.
It was a gloomy day.
It was gloomy, but it didn't stop me from being productive. So
it's still raining here in New York. Actually,
yeah.
It's been like drizzling all day.
But like when you sit down and listen to the rain, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty calming.
Yeah, and this was nice rain.
So we've started just kind of bringing our relationship and our businesses to the forefront, and really just kind of showing the world the inside, you know, the inner workings of how we get busy.
Yeah.
So I always like to provide people a background
because we do relationship and business moves every day.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's no walk in the park. So I like providing a background though, like for people to know us, they have to know like who we are, where we come from, how we met. So
okay. Yeah.
So going into our first question.
The story is important, right?
The story is important.
It gives you like a context for how everything was birthed for real. Yeah. Right. We got the hammer going.
Hammer.
You got the hammer?
Hammer time. And I also would like to
just crack it with my teeth.
I also would like to tell you, Old Bay is probably the greatest thing to ever come from Maryland.
Yeah. Old Bay.
Let me know if you disagree, but I think Old Bay is probably the greatest thing to come from
Old Bay is so good.
The Mason-Dixon line. Going back to what I was saying, sorry. So, where did we first meet? I want to ask you this question because,
oh my gosh,
our opinions.
We probably have different opinions on this, yo. Like, bruh.
Yeah.
Was that entirely necessary?
No, it wasn't. I just had to...
I'm gonna end up with Old Bay in my eye before the end of this.
It's gonna taste good though.
Yo.
Lick your eyeball.
So we probably gonna have different answers for a lot of these.
Okay, that's fine.
Cause I'm like, I don't know if my memory serves me well. I don't know like the exact timeline. Like, where did we first meet?
Where did we first meet?
It's a matter of opinion, probably.
You think it's an opinion or is it an actual fact? It's like three sides to the story. Where do we meet first?
Because my feeling on it is we were probably in the room with each other like dozens of times before we ever knew. So if we go way back, Nenjah and I like grew up in the same area and went to different high schools. But what's going on, y'all? How's everybody feeling? But
what's up?
I feel like we probably we had overlapping social groups for mad long.
Facts.
So my feeling is there was probably a time that we met before we ever remembered that we met. Because I feel like I first actually met you when I was like 14.
Okay.
But probably we knew each other.
We knew each other.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. So
we've really known each other for like 16 years.
Damn! That's a long
what?
time.
That's longer than that's half my life, yo. That's crazy.
Dang.
Not to mention we have multiple friends that we like went to kindergarten with and like.
Yeah. All right, so.
Shout out to Brain.
I think right. Big shout out to Brain.
Shout out to John's Garden.
I think that we really. Hi, how you doing? My name.
I got it on my shoulder already.
Look, it's about to be mayhem in a few minutes. But I think we really met. At a party.
Really?
Like you could meet somebody, but then you could meet somebody like, oh hey, what do you like to do? What do you do? I think it was at a party. That's my answer.
Like, whose party? Like, you remember or you kind of remembering?
I kind of remember.
Okay.
But I think it was at a party.
Okay.
But then when we really met and like kind of connected, that was definitely at a party.
I just remember meeting you at like some people playing basketball and stuff.
Like I said.
Like I think you were somewhere, or like Hopewell. I think you were somewhere at like Hopewell one day when I kind of met you in passing.
Probably. Yeah, you used to always be at like basketball functions and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so that's when we first met.
Right.
We didn't hit the dating button for a long time, you know?
Yeah, we were super adults.
We were homies. Yeah, like we were homies for mad long. And then what would be like our first date?
That's a good question.
These are so like open to interpretation because of how we do our kind of relationship, where it's like it's very like informal, I guess. Is that the word? Non-traditional.
Yeah.
But we didn't like, it wasn't like you ever asked me, like I remember in the relationship it was always like neither of us had ever been like, will you go out with me?
Yeah, no.
So it was like, what was our first date?
I think our first date was like going to the park. We had like wine or something in the park.
Oh yeah.
That might have been.
That was the first one.
I don't know if that was the first one. That might have been like the most
early.
memorable one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Ew!
Oh, you got all of the crab duty?
That's the crab duty. We don't touch that.
No. Let me borrow your hammer.
Hammer!
Oh. Juicy!
Alright, so...
Okay, so that's good. That's definitely... That was one.
Right.
Like, we sat in the park and, like... But that was when we were, like, 21.
I think, yeah, I was like 22, 23.
No, that's too old. We lived in New York like you were 23.
Really?
Yeah. He always forgets, yo. He always forgets.
I don't forget.
Yes, you do.
Like, I don't think I was that...
I know, because you think back on it and you don't think you were that young, but I left Maryland right after I was 21.
Okay.
So you were 22.
Interesting.
To come to New York.
Interesting.
Okay. What was your first impression of me?
My first impression of you was like you were mature.
What's first impression? Because see, now we're going like way back.
I'm talking about your actual first impression. My actual first impression. I thought you were cool, and I thought you were like mature. And like when I found out that you were like a year younger than me, like when you're a kid, obviously that's like
ages younger.
Yeah, like oh my God, you're a freshman and I'm a sophomore.
Facts.
No, I just thought you were. I thought you were cool. That was it. I thought you were cool.
A young mature.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
What's good, everybody? Everybody that's just tuning in.
We're just grubbing, you guys.
We're grubbing, talking ish.
Talking all the ish.
Ask us any questions you feel. Say what's up. Say hi. Share.
Sauce over here.
Sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all in their corner. I gotta get some all around.
Really, what I like doing, I just save the crab meat so we can make crab cakes later. That's another video, but.
So we're saving some crab meat for crab cakes.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat everything else and save the crab meat for crab cakes because crab cakes are also one of the greatest things to come out of. Well,
no, crab eggs Benedict.
Ooh, that's great. Yeah, all right. But crab cakes is just like heaven on earth. You know
no, but crab eggs Benedict is crab cakes with eggs Benedict.
Yeah, but what if you don't like eggs?
Okay, so crab cakes you just eat like as a hamburger, right?
Yeah, or you just eat
burger.
it as. I feel like it's like eating. It's like a piece of seafood candy because it's delicious. That was it. That's the only thing I had to say about that. That's delicious. Yo, crab cakes.
Crab cakes are so good.
Yo, shoot me a heart on Facebook if you love crab cakes.
Yo, for
crab
real.
Crab cakes are lit.
For real.
Nah, so that was our first day. What was I answered your first impression. When did you meet my family? I don't even remember this shit.
When did I first meet your family?
Yeah, do you remember this shit? Because I don't.
Okay, I remember when I first met your mom, I was at her house where she used to live in Laurel.
Oh, Laurel, word.
And I think we went there, because you were going to have dinner one night, and I, came to hang out with you guys.
Oh, word?
Yeah. I think I, came to dinner a couple times back in the day with, you and your mom.
Interesting.
And your dad?
When did you meet my dad? I think I used to always just...
You took me over his house, too.
I think you picked me up from there one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't really Yeah, I don't know.
I think we were just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
When we started chilling together, and we would just be you'd be at the spot or whatever, and I would come by.
Right.
Again, it was all this stuff was it was mad casual. It wasn't
yeah,
meet my parents, you know.
Right.
We definitely didn't set a date.
Yeah, everything happened organically.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of how it was. I shouldn't have it. You got your whole hand on my face.
Am I grubbing too hard? Oh, I'm covering you, not myself.
Yourself. not that you care. Not that the people want to see my face.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Look, you got all the shrimp.
Do I? Take some.
Okay.
So.
And then, like, the rest of your family, we went to a couple functions, you know?
Yeah, like, you came to my sister's house a couple times.
Yeah. Like the cousins. And
Yeah.
Like
Facts.
Definitely organic.
Everything.
I appreciate that.
For sure.
It takes pressure off in a way, you know? Like, where it's like.
Yeah, it's like, ain't no pressure, and if somebody don't like you, that says more about them than it says anything about you, you know what I'm saying? And like, I also, like, there will be no reason for anyone to not like you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's cute.
There's a couple reasons I might have said nah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought nobody couldn't not like me.
I'm talking about my family.
Oh, that's you. You're in your family. Y'all.
Shut up. You know what I meant, but nah, it was yeah, it was super organic, and I think once you have an organic.
Once that's like the precedent for the
once you
interactions.
Have, everything is organic though, because even like how we were just like, yo, should we like be
move to New York together?
Yeah, but that wasn't even like, oh my god. It's just like, all right, should we? Cool. How we gonna do it? Execution time. Because if you get hung up on all like,
I appreciate that.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. Like scared money don't make none. So.
And then you question your decision in the first place when it might be something that intuitively felt right, and you shouldn't be questioning it. You know.
Right. Go with your gut.
Yeah.
Use some brain power, obviously, but go with your gut.
Right. Use logic and intuition. Oh yeah, the mussels are bomb, by the way, guys.
The mussels are really good.
The garlic sauce is really like what's my favorite right now. I can't lie.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of a sucker for garlic. Anything garlic, I'm like, yes.
Could never be a vampire.
Okay, so what's one thing that threw you off about me?
You wore flip-flops in the wintertime.
Oh, what path did I throw you off of? Me being a normal person?
I was like, yo.
That was like a phase I went through, kind of, you know?
I
was trying to discover my...
I was like the Caucasian.
Mind you, we were not living in New York.
Yeah, you are. But
I don't do that anymore.
That was it. It wasn't nothing like... It wasn't like crazy.
It was crazy.
It's not like...
I was crazy enough that I wouldn't do it now.
You were adamant about like, I do what I want.
That hasn't changed.
Yeah, that definitely hasn't changed, but...
So...
I definitely used to give you grief.
Definitely.
About it.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, it's cold. I got one. Bruh!
I sprayed you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that
was... Oh, I forgot. You didn't even grab these in Maryland.
When?
I just remembered.
What you mean?
You...
Oh, yeah. I was running around seeing good people. I saw a lot of good people I haven't seen in years, and...
That's great.
Yeah. I just got caught up
fun to do.
that.
Yeah.
What
were we saying about?
The other question we have.
Okay.
What's one thing I did that took you by surprise in our relationship?
Something. What are you doing?
You trying to get some of this seafood? That's our dog, guys.
Of course, he's under the table.
Right.
One thing that took me by surprise was your willingness to talk about emotions in a non-emotional way.
It
was when you meet you off top, you're somebody who seems kind of like quiet in a way that could be really private, kind of.
Right.
But getting to know you and having to like navigate like life with you and stuff like that, you like if there's beefs, you're like, no, we're not brushing anything, we're not waiting until tomorrow, like. And I used to avoid stuff like that really adamantly. So I think I noticed it a lot because it was a challenge for me, and it was something that I didn't expect from you. Because you're not like an emotional dude, like.
Right.
Over the top, like.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like out of control, emotional stuff like that. You're not like that. So it surprised me when you were like, "Now we're gonna talk about this." I was like, "Shit."
Ain't no time like the present. You know what I'm saying? There is no time like the present.
That's the truth, but I appreciate it. Like I really.
It's hard. But
it's so hard, yo.
For some, it's not that hard for me, but it's like. It's a little hard for you. It's okay though, but I appreciate you for sticking.
Well, I challenge myself all the time.
All the time. You got
every single time. It's a challenge.
That's how you be a better you. You dig.
Heard that.
Okay, I think it's you.
Okay. Where was I working, or what was I doing when you met me?
What was you doing? You were working like 3 jobs.
No.
You were Jamaican.
When we met.
Oh, when we met. When we first met?
Yeah. I was working 3 jobs when we left Maryland and moved to New York.
I feel like that's like...
Well, you didn't move anywhere because you were living the nomad life.
I was moving. I was always consistently moving.
Yeah. But I moved to New York, and then we moved in together in New York.
Right. I was really like Rolling Stoner couch guy.
Yeah.
On everybody's couch.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Not mine.
Go down to bad.
Anyways. Yeah.
What were you doing? You was in school, obviously. You were just chilling.
When we were babes?
Yeah, you was in school.
I think I was working at daycare.
Were you?
I think so.
I remember I used to work at Noodles and Company.
That was your first job?
Nah, it wasn't my first job. It was just another job. And you came through.
Yeah.
And...
Did you know me?
I didn't know you.
Oh, yeah. Did we come to visit you?
Nah.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe secretly.
Maybe secretly. I wasn't expecting you to show. That was cool.
Okay.
Why
do you remember us coming to see you?
I don't know. I just, like one day I remembered it, and then I just never forgot it after.
Oh.
Recently, I mean, like in the last couple of years.
Oh, like you remembered us coming to visit you. Okay. Like you had a pop-up memory.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what you were doing. Nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Where we at here?
What are good things to remember?
Right.
I'm learning stuff right now, guys.
Me too.
Okay.
What personality
about my own history?
What personality trait about me stuck out the most?
Was that for me to say your beautiful face?
No. Definitely not that.
Wait, like when we first met?
No,
question
not
specific
not,
enough.
all right, look, not
like
when we first met.
So.
Let's just talk about when we started, like, talking. You know what I'm saying? This gotta go over here.
What personality traits stood out? Honestly, I can't lie, like, I was like, oh!
Did I get you?
Yeah, me!
Payback is a bitch.
Oh, that was like on my neck.
That's the good stuff.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Have we made a dent yet? Oh, we have one dent. Until you stir it. I kind of made a dent, but then I stirred it, and then it's so full.
This shit is very intense.
But it's delicious, guys.
It's
just so you know.
What up, everybody? If you got questions or anything, holla at us. We just chat and eat some seafood. You know what I'm saying?
We knew it was going to take a while to eat, so we needed to chat about something.
And we just wanted to chat with you guys in mind.
Yeah.
Meow. Meow. But, what was the question?
So, personality trait.
Personality trait. For the people in the back, what personality trait of mine stuck out the most? Oh.
Like, honestly, I hit you up again after I moved back from London in school because I was like, oh, he's mad cute. But I realized that's not a personality trait, so I'm kind of trying to think of, like, what my thoughts were about it.
I also was,
but it was like you
super hustle mode too then. And you know this story, which I like to tell, which you don't think is true. You know, I was just like, you know.
He thought he was living the life and I was attracted to the lifestyle.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. We're not gonna go into detail.
All of these questions are a matter of opinion. So, honestly, for real, like, what it was every time that we would always just chill,
right,
was that you were, like, easy to hang out with. Like, I appreciated something that didn't feel full of expectations, and,
right,
like, you were just, like, easy to talk to, and it was always no pressure. So it wasn't, like, it really wasn't a whole dating scene, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, like, we had been friends, and then we were just chilling. It was, like, hanging out. Yes. Where's the top? Oh.
Got it.
It was like hanging out with a really good friend of mine, so I always wanted to do it more and more, you know?
Right.
So I guess, I don't know what personality trait would be, like, you just being, like, easygoing and not really wanting somebody else to be or do something that they don't want to do. Like, not pushing your own intention or agenda on somebody else, really.
Got it.
Yeah, and it was never really like, you know, like, I feel like some people, like, whatever, if you're looking for a girlfriend or you're like, have an expectation about something.
Like, oh, I want to do this. Like, so when are we?
When are we gonna do this?
Yeah, when is it gonna happen? And I feel like
even when we moved in together, it never.
Yeah, it was always just organic and natural, and I definitely appreciate that. And then people would try to, you know, say, hey, what are you guys doing? Is that your so-and-so?
Like, make a plan about it.
Right. I'm like, yo, we cool.
We're not doing that. Right.
But because the whole thing is we was always on our time, and that's just how it's got to be. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be talking business with the people that, you know, somebody that I'm not in a relationship with.
Well,
you know, that's pretty much it.
But that's not most people's expectation.
What's most people's expectation?
They would never assume that they'd be talking business with the person they were in a relationship with.
Yeah, but we come to change that norm. You did.
So how did that happen for you? Like, why did that become a priority for you? Like,
in terms of, like, having a partner, because I think I always, like, wanted, you making a mess, you dribbling a little bit. Dribbling a little bit.
I'm doing too many things, you know?
But nah, I always, like, wanted a partner or a cohort or whatever you want to call it that, you know, everybody kind of wants to have some kind of partnership with somebody that thinks the same as them or thinks similar, not the same, but, you know, has kind of the same ideals,
values and
shit. And, like,
kind of necessary.
Yeah. And it's tough to actually find
long lasting. Yeah,
it's mad tough to find that. So I think that once I realized, like, yo, I've been trying with other people and it doesn't work, and then I just, like, look to the right of me, I'm like, oh. And I just kind of peeped that you had those qualities in terms of like just business acumen and just trying to learn and just trying to, you know, just become better on all facets of life and get this bread and, you know, just help out people and just be a better person. And I was like, oh, okay, we could do it like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta reinvent things and it be right in front of you, you know?
And I kind of felt like I never even realized that as an option until it started to unfold, and then I was like, oh, I could like do business with this person,
right,
you know?
Right.
Did we say this question out loud, actually?
Good question.
When did you realize that we could be good business partners?
No, because that's more specific. So when I realized that when we used to sell goods.
Yeah.
And
creating money out of thin air is
creating money
powerful.
out of thin air. And then I realized like
skill.
Just seeing that like, yo, if we needed bread for something and we would just sit down and kind of like
get it.
Brainstorm ideas and create something out of nothing, and then we would execute it and it would work. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And like that's just different. You know what I'm saying? We didn't really. It wasn't like us asking mommy and daddy for money. It was like, yo, we just got our back.
We gotta figure it out.
You know.
And then we moved to New York like young. Like I was like just turned. I think I was.
You like graduated. You graduated college and then like left. Like,
22, came to New York
and left like a couple months right after.
Yeah.
And we were just like, yo, let's come over here. And this is the place. And this is the place to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the hustle. And it's just like the older I get, the more I love the hustle.
All the shrimp.
Do I tell? Take some.
Okay. You gotta tell me twice.
I'm working on these shrimps. I'm thinking about the big picture, which is crab cakes. You know what I'm saying?
See?
That's what my head is right now.
We had this conversation the other day. The difference between paper towel.
Paper towels? But I'm saying I might have to. Yeah. I'll figure it out.
The difference between having long-term vision and short-term vision, not only in your own personal life for like finances and stuff, but for a business vision as well, is being able to invest in the long term, pick crabs and don't eat it while you pick it so you can have crab cakes.
Bars. Message!
Instead of the short term where you're like, oh, I'm picking the crab so I gotta eat it right now. But instead, being able to like forego the instant gratification or thinking a decision through more,
right? So
you can get a more beneficial, bigger return later down the line.
Right. And that's like
hi dog.
And that's really that's really one of the biggest opponents in like just enemies of today, and is that instant gratification.
Yeah. And there's like, so many things that are tempting you to instantly gratify yourself.
Yeah, for sure. All the time. Netflix, video games, Instagram, Facebook.
Everything.
But at the same time, all of these tools can be exactly that.
What?
Tools. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends on how you use it.
How are you using it, right?
Right. So, I think we also should just go to the library more.
And just chill in there and read and get books and... Yeah. Okay, so... I think we could both answer this one, but what qualities do I possess that make me fit to be a good partner? Oh, I thought it said good business partner, but it's partner. Oopsies.
That's a business partner.
Okay, I like that.
You want me to go first?
Yeah. You mean I answer first?
No, I answer first.
Okay, you answer first. Yeah.
I think that you're very personable and you know how to speak to people and meet them on their level, which is very important. And For sure. And you also know how to negotiate.
That's a good one.
That's a great one. I'm still trying to learn how to negotiate a little bit better.
Okay. There's an art to negotiating. For real. Like, it's a whole art.
I need to read more books about it. Son, can you move? Thanks.
It's also something that sales gives you as, like, irreplaceable experience.
What do you mean?
Because in sales, if you're trying to make a sale, you're often, like, negotiating the sale.
Right.
And that just comes from real practice, like, in real life, you know, chatting people and learning how to converse and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very important. Because I know a lot of just, you know, business people that have or that sell things don't have good business acumen. You know what I'm saying? Just like on a customer service level. Yeah. And a lot of these are
that's good sales. It's not always just sales. It's like you can be good at sales or you can be salesy at sales.
Right. But it's like, if I didn't want this product, I wouldn't buy it from you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes it's like that, and like as soon as there's a competitor in their field that has way business acumen, you're donezo. So like, I always like understand like customer first. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you don't necessarily break down to you gotta negotiate. You know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily like the customer is always right, because there's people trying to get over.
You just make them think they are.
You just make them think they are, for sure. And you make them feel that like, all right, I'm not getting jerked here. I feel like I'm wanted. I feel like this person is a good business person. I want to come back and, you know, buy again from this this company. So I think just...
And that's meeting someone where they are and then persuading them to think your way.
For sure. Because they've always been thinking that way. They just...
pointing out what they need to...
Right. Exactly. But
sorry it's blurry, y'all.
So you have to answer the question.
Okay. Qualities you possess to be a good business partner. I feel like you are so, like, you're the only person I've ever known who, like, just to take it a little bit bigger picture, like, you're the only person I've ever known who, like, from when I met you, basically, knew exactly what you were supposed to do with the whole rest of your life. And then I knew you through a bunch of different phases of our life and saw you in a bunch of different scenarios, both, like, as a partner and not. And what I realized was you, you're so, like, unwavering in your own conviction where...
It's almost a fault.
It can be, but in certain situations, it's like, it's never an unsolvable problem. It's always, what is the solution? Right. So it's never an impossible feat. It's always, how can we do it?
How can we do it? Right.
And in terms of that, like, a lot of times what you see these days is people in terms of business who do want the instant gratification and they're not willing to stick around to, like, they'll start something and 5 minutes later they're like, I'm not getting any results. I don't have any more time for this. And it's like,
they're done so.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, you done, bro. Like, you can't stick around. You can't make anything happen because you have no longevity behind your belief in yourself. You don't have discipline. You don't have long-term vision. You don't have faith. You don't have, you're overcome by whatever fears and limited, like, doubts that creep in your mind, and they don't allow you to stick with something when your intuition is telling you that it's true, and you're the opposite of that. Like, you have picked something and known in your gut that it's the right decision to make in your life, and you've been unwavering in your conviction in the face of many people telling you otherwise. And that's, like, really rare. Like that's a quality that's, like, almost going extinct in a way. And so when I recognized that in you over a long period of time, it was something that I was like, yo, I don't know anyone else like this.
That's crazy.
Like, I don't know anybody who's like, nah, this is my dream, don't try to tell me shit.
Right,
you know, like, this is what I'm doing, so mind your business and I'll be over here.
Right. No, thank you. That's definitely like a big insight because, especially in my occupation and just trying to, you know, become a successful musician.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know, everybody's...
It's a tricky one.
Right, everybody's vision of success is different. Like, I always look at it like, as long as somebody was emotionally moved, not even emotionally, somebody was moved or took any kind of action or felt any kind of way about, you know, something that I created, then that was success to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the other goals in terms of like the amount of people that are feeling a certain way from what I create, that's exactly that, which is goals, you know what I'm saying? But the ultimate success is like, I'm already successful. And that was just kind of like a mind thing. And then I tried a whole bunch of other things. I just wasn't like good at it, and because my heart wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate the insight on that. Like,
and I've seen that happen too.
Right. I think his laptop's about to die.
It's over?
Is it over? It might be. Party over. Alright.
It was only on your computer?
No, it's on Google Docs.
Oh.
You know? But nah, let's talk about the future.
What about the future?
What is your biggest concern in terms of creating businesses in the future? Like, what are you concerned about that involves...
In what field? Should I get the charger?
Sure. Who is this? Bless me. Sorry.
We need power, guys.
The season. Ning. Oh, man. Excuse me. That's strong.
Is it? It took this long to...
Oh, man.
Fire you up. I'm like getting full, you guys. I'm scared.
Are you? We got work to do.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Woo. Okay, you gotta take this other end.
What's up?
I'm getting charged.
I can't do it yet. Oh no, wait. Alright, here we go. We just have some questions. We gotta get our laptop going again.
Did you just sneeze on me though?
No, I didn't. I went like this.
And then none of it came out the bottom, right?
No, I went like this.
Then none of it came out the bottom, right?
It's a happy sneeze.
Is it going?
That's the charge.
Okay, what's your question?
What do you see in the future that makes you like, I guess not scared or wary about how business is going? What like state of affairs that's happening today?
I feel like my answer is one that's like one of those things that seems super far off, but would be a dream. What? You putting it all up in?
No, there's more room over here. That's
fine. Do whatever you gotta do.
Toast. Cheers.
Cheers. Is that next beer?
Yup. Cheers.
Cheers. The beer helps.
That was an interesting sentence.
Yeah.
The beer helps.
It helps with the seafood.
Hey,
Mukbang.
We're dining.
I'm feasting personally. This is a feast for me. Okay, so our crab pile is also looking really good. If my hands were cleaner, I would show you guys, but it's like this big.
It's getting up there.
It's getting up there. We'll show you in the end.
Maybe can you show them crab pile? No, you probably can't see it.
No, probably can't. It's okay. You guys will be alright. We'll show you guys when we make crab cakes.
Yeah, in fact. We gotta show that video.
Okay, so, what do I feel like?
Yeah, it was good.
About business, future of business. I really feel like there's this greater idea of wealth where I feel like people think that it's restricted to a certain population in the world, when in actuality, things could be more equally divided, with big businesses focusing on, like, for example, there were there's always people in business who are doing bad business, but principles that Napoleon Hill writes about in Think and Grow Rich are principles of big business where the individual is taken care of and given attention to. And a good relationship between a CEO and 200 of its employees or 2,000 of its employees is fostered through like a sense of community and love and respect and equality, really. Like it's less like the 1% and everybody else.
Right.
And I feel like we've been moving away from that for a while, and that's something like in my mind, big business and love can coexist. And that sounds totally like some hippie shit, some woo thing that's like way out there and isn't something that would ever actually happen. But
anything can happen. But it's like
people can have equal access to big wealth.
Right.
And take care of each other and love and be compassionate rather than screwing people over for an extra $1 and some little bit of greed, some extra coins. So in my mind, I think we're moving further and further away from that. And if those like attributes were to be brought back around, it would.
You gotta redistribute the wealth. That's really what needs to happen.
Yeah.
People getting fat.
But
pockets rather.
Wealth can be redistributed by people taking their own wealth into their own hands.
Right.
People do put a lot of money into big businesses and expect them to be the ones to take care of their wealth for them, you know?
Right. I think a lot of time is the education. People don't necessarily look for the education, but there's also a underlying factor in it all, whereas it's not readily accessible. Well, I can't even say that now because it is.
What? Not accessible.
Knowledge of gaining success and wealth. Like, the knowledge is there. I think the people that
you can access everything.
Right. I think the people that haven't, for the longest time, have been like keeping it under wraps.
Yeah, it's been like secret society. Yeah.
Like,
you're right. But I think that deep knowledge is beginning to be like redistributed amongst people rather than where it's been held in the past as like an elitist kind of bit of information. So maybe my thing can come about, you know?
I think so. I think that you
maybe my dream can come true.
I think you have to do it. And don't wait for anyone else to do it.
True.
And you just be like, you know what? I'm going to make the fucking corporation, and I'm going to worry about the little person.
Yeah.
I think that the nature of, like, capitalism, though, is like, it can be extreme. You know what I'm saying? And I think we're reaching a point where it's super extreme. I think it could be also a really good thing if it was balanced with, other versions.
Being compassionate.
Yeah, and just other...
Like, not screwing over little people to grow your business for cents on the dollar,
Right.
Whether that means, like, not outsourcing labor or, like, making recycling a priority within your organization or something little that, like, might cost you more money, but it's actually better for the overall good.
Right.
Instead of saving money, people used to use higher quality materials now. Like, everybody's trying to make the cheapest product and all this type of stuff. It's like...
Spices. Watch out. Drink up. Get something in your system. There you go. Yeah, people are using, like, super cheap. Even if, like, you look at the cars.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I also think that has a lot to do with just how we're treating the planet. And I think everybody should just come together. You gotta like each other a bit more. I think that's what it comes down to. Like each other a bit more, whereas if something were to happen to them, you would feel that it was happening to you. Especially something that was unjust or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of times in this society, people turn the other cheek because... Are you dying still? Because... You alright?
I'm listening to you. I'm just spraying crab all over my face.
How's that going for you?
It's juicy.
Juicy smoothie.
It's juicy smoothie. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. Gosh, you just kind of took it all left field here.
Guys, I'm dying.
I thought you never ate crabs before.
That spice got me in the throat.
You're making the most noises right now.
Okay.
You alright, yeah? You sure?
Yeah.
You sure you want some tea?
Back in action, 100%.
But nah, I was saying that... I don't even know what the fuck I was saying now. I was saying that everyone should just love each other a little bit more.
Right. Wealth can be distributed more evenly.
Yeah. Tis all. Alright, let's get to the end of this because we've been here for a minute. And, yeah.
Oh.
And,
mine's gonna go.
Is it?
Bye.
Well, mine is still going.
Yeah, does Facebook have a cap on live?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because we're like halfway through dinner, so.
Facts. We're going to be here for a minute. But,
okay, so anyways, where's your ideal workation destination?
Seychelles Islands.
Ooh, why
is
that?
Africa. Because it's like one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Oh.
That's it. And like stuff like that inspires me like to make really dope music. So yeah. That's my first. I might mess around and like try to live there when I'm old and fartsy.
Yeah.
You know, because they
have
say,
a beach
like,
villa.
The weather is like consistent throughout the entire year. And I don't think they get like crazy hurricanes and like tornadoes and tsunamis and
so paradise,
low key. But you know, I'm also a city guy to the death, so it might be tough for me. But you know,
like you would live there full time.
If I'm like retiring or something, yeah, you know, if I'm old.
Your kids gonna have to come a long way to visit.
Well, that's the whole
Grandpa.
thing. It's like, all right, I'll have enough bread to just like, all right, if you want to come through,
have a yacht to sail back.
Exactly. That's the future setup. Yeah, you know. So then I'm working.
I like that.
Till we get over there.
Okay.
Woo! I'm gonna mess around with these muscles a little bit.
The muscles are good.
What mad Question.
Yeah.
When you're angry, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would I help you if you're angry? Is it like leave you alone, talk to you? I think it's a very important relationship question that your partner should ask.
It is. Because everyone has a different answer. Like, some people do want to be left alone, or...
And everybody gets angry.
And people don't communicate about it to be better. They just do what they want to do in the moment when they're angry. Mm-hmm. I think that was one of the hardest things we had to figure out, too, which was, like, stop just doing what you want to do in the moment. Yeah. Because you want to be angry. Like...
Have some emotional intelligence.
Right, like think it through while you're still feeling emotional. And
that shit is hard, yo.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard.
It's not hard.
If y'all know what we're talking about, let us know. If you know it's hard, because it's hard.
Yes.
But
what do I do?
I think I've tried to get better at this, but in our relationship, you're like in the beginning, mm-hmm. you would always like come back before I would, and I was alright to be friends again, like once I was like lured into it, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So like I was cool with coming back and being friendly with each other, but I never wanted to initiate it. But I've actually tried to be better at that, like initiating the one to come back and apologize or to ask for a hug or
right.
Whatever it is. I used to be way more of a like
hug it out,
no, wanting to be upset, defensive, hot mess. But you gotta own your own.
So what
limitations?
So what do I do?
So you would like come back from the argument and.
But what would you want me to do though? That's the question.
I guess that's what I wanted.
Oh. Question
I liked it.
Okay. I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
I liked it.
No, but now, like, if I was saying a more current thing,
right.
I guess I really do appreciate your willingness to like sit and talk it out. So even if one conversation goes through a whole bunch of different like phases where we might be mad at each other, we might be calm, we might be halfway working out, we might get mad at each other again, like you really do stick with that difficult conversation, and I in the moment might be like, I don't even want to talk to you right now, but in actuality I appreciate having that harder conversation while it's happening. Right, so
right.
probably like sticking it out and wanting to continue the conversation is something that was a challenge for me but was helpful. Like I'm glad that you were there to challenge me in that way and initiate it, because it's probably not something that I would have learned on my own till a lot later. So
right.
So it almost like sped my learning along because you didn't let me get away with my own bullshit, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
And I appreciate that.
Glad we worked that out, or we're still working it out.
Oh, we're still working it out. It's like there's no avoiding the arguments or the someone getting angry or someone being in a type of mood or whatever. That's just...
It happens. It's human nature.
That's being human.
Right.
So it's definitely appreciated when the two of you can figure out a way to talk it out together. Mm-hmm. That is helpful. It's respectful to both people. So, okay. So what's one thing I could do to improve our relationship? That's a tricky one.
That is one.
That's a real.
That's super raw.
Honest.
To improve, I would just say, keep asking the questions. You know.
Stop wearing pants as often.
Yes, I like that one too.
We don't have roommates anymore, so.
You can do what we want.
The possibilities are endless.
I do what we want.
No, but seriously, on a serious note. That's a serious note too, though. No pants time is a necessary part of a relationship. It is. Different phases for different people. That will come at a different time for different people, but.
That's not what I was gonna say though.
Okay, say what you were gonna say.
I was gonna say, ask the tough questions. Keep asking the tough questions. Okay. Keep doing what you do, boo boo, because you've been doing a great job thus far.
Okay. I mean, I had a lot of learning times, but we're still here.
We still learning.
We still learning.
For sure.
We still here learning.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm
cool with that.
I'll
learn with you.
A funny one. What's the most useless thing that you know how to do?
Like something I'm good at?
It's super useless.
That's a good question. I know how to pop my thumb out of joint. That's probably the most useless thing I can think of. Like,
Let's do it. Do it. Ew!
It like pops in and out. That's it.
You won. That was it.
Okay. It's gross and useless.
Good job.
It's your turn.
Well, I didn't ask you that question.
No!
Yes!
Oh. Okay. Wait, I think we're skipping some.
What
are some things you like to do alone?
I like playing with my dons when I'm alone.
Wow, super original answer that nobody else would enjoy as well. Some king.
He's hungry.
Is he?
Yeah. What do I like doing alone?
Alone time is so important in a relationship, for real. Like,
it really is.
And sometimes you gotta ask for it, because I think a lot of people can get up under each other pretty easily.
I actually don't do it enough. Not that I don't do it enough.
It's good for your mental health.
I wasn't asking for it, and I was just expecting. I would expect you to just all right, maybe if I just show signs of not being interested. It's honest. It's honest. Cool. It was honest. Maybe she'd leave me alone. But that's it.
Wow. That worked pretty well for you.
But it's not fair to you and to your partner if you don't communicate that, because you can't get upset afterwards.
Yeah.
If you didn't communicate. And that's what I would do. I would be like, all right, why should not? I just want to I might hop in a mood where I just want to be by myself or something.
And it's other people's levels of that are different.
Right.
So for me, I can be in the same room with somebody, and if we're doing our own thing, I can recharge my batteries that way, because I'm a little less introverted than you. And you're a little more introverted where you're I've gotta spend alone time. For real alone time,
For real.
Not with another body present.
I could hear myself think.
But you also, so we got the recording studio set up at the house now, so it's you can go into your zone and have it be your space, and it's your professional man cave, and that's kind of cool, because that kind of set an actual physical boundary for us, right? So it's I have my own space to work at the house, and he has his.
What?
I wish you guys could see the dog. Like, I wish I could.
What are you doing?
Being mad cute. You can't see him?
Oh, yeah. He's done.
So you want to say hi?
No.
You want to eat all the crabs. So, that was important, I feel like, where we could set a boundary between the two of us and just be like, you know, this is how we...
Do it.
Yeah. And that lets you go into your spot. And I'm like, all right, I know when time to leave him alone.
Yeah. And it works out.
I won't get my feelings too hurt.
You don't get your feelings hurt.
Never.
Do you?
No. Not about that.
Okay.
No.
What you get your feelings hurt about?
Anything else. Have we met?
Why doesn't he want to hang out with me?
Anything that I'm not directly involved in hurts my feelings. I'm kind of like Sun King.
I see where he gets it from now.
Okay, I didn't birth our dog. Alright, let's get it straight. Okay.
Yeah, so I dig that.
What do you like to do with me together?
Give money.
Yeah, definitely get money. That's probably number one.
That's number one.
Yeah, that's number one.
And then
it's hustle. Because the hustle's money, fun. Like,
then spend money in that order.
Right. But the hustle's fun when you're doing it with somebody like, you know.
Just as equally as driven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
different drive, obviously. Different cars for the drive, but still the same drive, you know what I'm saying?
But you don't have to be doing the same thing. It's like, it's just having the vibe around. It's just having somebody who's of an equal mindset where they're pushing for their own thing and you're pushing for your own thing and y'all can support each other.
That's fast.
And, you know, like, if you're getting money in the same way, you know, you can come up with hustles together and that type of stuff, which is super...
Which we do.
Super motivating. Right. Yeah. Yeah, which we definitely do.
Woo!
We definitely do.
Alright.
Okay, this one's kind of one that I guess we're supposed to answer together. But if we could only do one activity for the rest of our lives, what would it be? This is also one of those, like, answer could be super basic alert.
Are you pointing at me like I'm gonna say some basic shit?
Yo, I didn't point.
Did you head nod towards me?
No.
You sure?
I wasn't. No.
Okay.
It wasn't. It wasn't meant for you.
I'm watching you. What?
Ooh, that was a good one.
A big chunk of crab meat?
Ninja, you're doing so well!
Well, what?
Oh my god, he has like 2 crabs left, guys.
I think you have more crabs than I did.
Oh my god, okay. Do you want one?
Nope.
I'm picking the crabs now because it looks like I'm doing something productive, but I don't have to be eating more.
Yes.
You know when you need a break when you're eating a lot and you're like, I need a break.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, I know you.
One thing that I would...
Get money.
For the rest, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I would say something like, wait, how far can we take this question though?
As far as you want to go, baby.
That sounds like a Puff Daddy skit in like 97. I would say...
Hi, Baba.
I would say like flying. What?
With our bodies?
I'll fly, yeah. If I have the ability to fly, I would fly for the rest of my days. And fly. And fly and keep on flying.
This is a dreamer's answer, y'all.
That's why I asked you.
Hi, I'm Ninja and I'm a dreamer.
Yeah, I have imagination.
Yeah, that too. That's why.
I can be successful. Bruh. All you had to do was hit it once.
That didn't work.
Yeah, because you hit it like...
Well, I'm trying to not spray the splatter all over us.
So you gotta get
I'm
busy.
already... I'm going to need a shower after this.
Get busy. You want to smell like crabs when you're done here. But,
That's what the shower's for.
yeah, I would say...
Fly.
Fly. I like flying, man.
Okay.
Whether I'm speeding.
How many times have you done it?
I've done it a lot of times. I've done it in my dreams. I've got on planes. I dress fly sometimes. You know. But that's what I would do.
Okay. Fly.
Yeah.
No, that's what we would do.
Is it?
Yeah. You gotta bring me along, bro. If you don't want me to fly with you, you gotta pick another answer.
What was the question, though?
The question was, what would we do?
Oh, yeah.
For the rest of our lives.
So it'd be like...
Y'all see how quick he was to just cut me out of the flying picture?
I thought it was me. Yes, we would fly. Well, no, you know what I would do? I would ask you. I would create a list of things that we could only do and pick the top ones, because I don't want to have you come with me and you not, enjoy.
I don't want you flying with me and you don't want to be flying.
Pretty much, because then it's not going to be enjoyable, because you're like, oh, this again?
No, flying would be amazing.
You're going to be like, oh, this again? I'm like, yeah.
I'll turn the plane around, your ass keep complaining, bro.
Jesus Christ. Kanye East. Yeah, like, I would come up with a list of things and then be like, all right, which one do you want to do?
Okay.
What would be the list?
Of things that we would do for the rest of our life.
Flying was one of them.
Okay, flying.
Get money is two of them.
Okay, get money.
What's three of them?
I mean, I would have said travel, but that's like in the flying category.
That's definitely flying. I like flying. That's all
you can go everywhere.
Yeah.
And you can fly to other planets.
Well, I don't know about all of that.
Oh, well, I thought this was in the unlimited sphere.
Oh, yeah, so fly to other planets. Ain't shit popping over there.
You don't know? It'd probably be the most popping over there.
Think so?
Maybe. We didn't say in this galaxy.
You can be flying for a long ass fucking time.
What if you have instant fly settings?
That's not part of the question.
It's not.
Instant fly settings?
Which means it could be possible.
That's called teleporting. That's not flying.
Well, instant fly could be flying.
Whatever. Let's ask two more questions and get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. What are some things you like to do together? We did alone.
Oh, what are things you like to do together?
Yeah, we did alone. Don't try to play me.
Ride bikes.
Can't do that now, can we?
Guys, we have a tire thief in our neighborhood. And if we catch you in these streets, you're going to be sorry, bro.
Fact.
For real.
I'm going to turn your body into a bike frame.
Yo, both of our tires got jacked on our bike over like a couple weeks, too.
No, not both of our tires. One tire from our bike.
From each of our bikes.
So she's missing her front bike or front tire, and I'm missing my rear tire, and they're gonna be missing some teeth.
And it's some bullshit.
Yeah.
They stealing that shit right out from out front of the house.
So fuck that guy or girl, whoever the fuck.
They feeling bold.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave a note. I'm gonna leave my bike out there and leave a note and be like, "You a punk, and I'm watching you. I know where you live. So return my tires for I'll clap you."
Okay, so
say that on Facebook.
We like to ride bikes.
Riding bikes.
It's usually non-violent. And also, there's Rebels in Brooklyn, so you can scoot a boot.
Scoot the boot!
I love scooting a boot
Turkey.
with this guy.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
Except when I'm not falling off of him.
Okay, well, he had a bad experience. I wasn't there.
Yeah, boo-boo.
But, smashed into a bus a little bit, apparently.
I mean, a little bit. It wasn't. Ain't nothing to a G. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hey, people run into buses every day, B.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still here. I'm still present.
So, I love to ride on the back of the scooter. It's my favorite. I love it.
It's fun.
It's so fun.
It gives you a sense of, like, freedom that I get from riding bikes or riding scooters.
From flying.
Flying. See, you do want to do it to the rest of the end of your day.
I would love to fly. Then we don't even need another list of things because we would both agree every day that we would fly. I would fly every day. Okay, so flying is fun.
Flying.
Oh, but what do we like to do together now? Ride bikes, scooter
Ride bikes, fly. Get fly.
Get fly.
Get fly. Alright. One more question. You want to ask? I think we got some more down here.
Yeah. Oops, sorry. What motivates you to work so hard?
Ooh, that's a good question. What motivates me to work so hard?
Yeah.
You got to answer this question too.
Okay.
What motivates me?
I feel like we have these natural drives as humans to like impress people, like have accolades, like be known for your thing, like
for your thing, right?
Give value to the world, help somebody in need, like
what those
like
things?
There's some drive to like be a person that makes a difference. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But sometimes like you get those things, right? And then it's like,
and you're like, man,
you gotta build up another thing that you like working up to.
Or maybe it didn't feel like what you thought it would be. Feel like to get it.
That's why I think it's all internal. Okay. Like you gotta find like the satisfaction before anybody gives it to you. Like you gotta be like, I already won something.
See, he just dropped the secret bomb to everything. Super casually just now.
It's like I want a Grammy, but I also know that whatever award I give myself,
music won't change depending on the Grammy.
Right.
Grammy.
Well, maybe, but like I know that whatever I am creating is worth more than the actual Grammy, because then I'm searching for something that someone else has the ability to give or take away. What I'm creating, no one can take away.
It only comes from within you.
It only comes from within me. So as soon as I'm like, yo, this is fire, I feel successful from it. It's changed lives. It's changed my life. Boom. Can't take that away.
That's all the satisfaction you need.
That's all. And everything else is like great goals to, work to attain, but it shouldn't be the end all. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We do have to pick the rest of the crowd no matter what.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, we're gonna get it done.
Okay.
All right. It's your turn. I thought we was done answer. All right, last one.
Last one, guys.
Last one. Thanks for everybody that's been rocking with us. Everybody that is watching this. Make sure you guys tune in to Nenjah Rose. We're always dropping new content every week.
Ooh, also, we're like unrolling some new stuff for you guys.
New things happening.
Yeah, new things. And we've had like a lot of requests for certain things. Like people really appreciate the community side of being able to come together and talk with people who have bigger conversations and bigger partnerships with people. Whether that is like personal, romantic, business. Some people work with their family. Right. Some people have kids and they want to be able to employ their kids. Right.
That's me.
And we're having these bigger partnerships bigger conversations about how to form equal partnerships and be power couples outside of what like the cliche is trying to tell you. Like, so we want to have those conversations with y'all, and we are currently developing a platform that we'll be doing that on, which is super exciting.
Super exciting, yo.
We're all going to get to chat and change our lives and grow and help each other grow and support each other in their passions and their dreams, which is the most that we can do to give back to the world, for real.
So as always,
support somebody else in the thing that they think is important.
So stay tuned and just really stay tuned because
it's coming quick too.
Facts.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be something that
we'll miss the sales.
If you're interested in creating businesses and, being an entrepreneur, it's something that's going to be necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because
you got to be on the same page with your partner.
You got to be on the same page with your partner.
Like, you ever had some messed up stuff going on in your household, whether or not it was when you lived with your family or when you've lived with a significant other, and it's like, you ever get that feeling of being in, like, a war zone where, like, you don't even want to come through the front door? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, when you're angry with someone. Yeah, and it's like, and you want to be able to, if you're trying to put yourself into your passions and growing personally and developing and being a better person and pursuing the things that are important to you, it's so crazy the difference it makes when you have somebody who supports you in those endeavors,
right,
and understands who you are and how you operate and how you guys can communicate in the best way. So we get a lot of requests about it, and what we're doing is creating a platform where not only can we bring that info to y'all, but you guys can be a part of the conversation, which is really cool for us.
Right, and bring some info to us because
we want to learn every day.
We always want to learn.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn. I just put all of these crabs on me. Okay, go ahead.
Is there something you've given up but you still love?
Given up that I still love? For one, I don't really give up, so that's a tough one. Something that I've given up that still love. Oof.
Maybe we could ask a different one.
I like that question though. That's a good question, but I'll try to make it brief so we can ask another one. No.
That was brief. That was super brief, guys.
No, I can't say. I think
good answer.
Yeah, I'm living true to myself, and what the hell?
Good for you, yo. Not a lot of people can say that.
That's for sure. I couldn't say it at one point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
facts. Me too. Me too.
We here now.
Over that point.
Eating these goddamn crabs.
First step is awareness.
Yeah.
Become aware of how you live in and if it's in line with how you want to be living. And if it's not, change it and stop giving up the things that are important to you.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
That's facts.
You got something else in there for me?
Is there anything you would consider that's absolutely unforgivable? Unforgivable.
Like that a person would do?
Yeah.
Like in any context?
Yeah, sure.
Probably some. But they're like dark things.
Yeah, it has to be super dark, right? Like.
Yeah. Like totally violating someone else's personal will. Violating someone else's personal will.
Yeah. Got it.
That encompasses all of the darkness, I feel like.
Yeah, that's pretty dark.
Yeah.
Let's not go dark. I think you should ask the last question.
The last question.
The last question.
How would you feel if I made more money than you?
Oh. Well, I feel great because
By the way, these are the types of conversations that we're having, guys. Like, we're really pushing the boundaries on, like, what are you considering about your relationships and how you create an equal partnership with somebody where y'all want to both serve in a way that suits you guys equally. So these are the tough conversations because there's a lot of, like, especially in this society, there's, like, gender roles and different boundaries and stuff that sometimes we don't think about till the situation arises and then it's kind of too late. So we like to talk about it.
Word. If you made more money than me, I actually had this conversation with my homeboy a while ago.
Okay.
And it was like at the end of the day, it's inevitable.
Wait, it was y'all talking about if y'all's women?
Yeah. And essentially,
our partners.
Right. If it came down to it, it's just like I know that it was kind of early in our relationship too, so we didn't like kind of go through shit like that yet.
Okay.
And I was just like, it was really like raining. Like, damn, that should be tough because, you know, I'm supposed to be the guy taking care of everything and making sure that you're good. And
which someone else taught you, by the way.
Exactly. I didn't get there yet, but Yeah, so then I like kind of, as we were talking about it, I just kind of questioned it. I was just like, yo, if she made more money than me, isn't that like, if I feel a certain way, that jealousy, and it was like, that's kind of like the worst, emotion
right?
Like to go through. So I was just like,
especially to put on your partner who just wants both of y'all to do.
Right. I think it's only a problem if the partner knows that and is like using that as like ammo. Like if you were making more than me, it's like
holding it over, like a power move.
Yeah, like you ain't shit. I make more money than you.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why you would be in a relationship with somebody like that, but I'm like, yo.
If that's a dynamic in your relationship, take a look at it.
Quit. Run.
Put in your 2 weeks notice. No, but there's a lot of people who are in that dynamic.
And they need to fucking run, bro, because that shit is crazy. Like, no one should belittle you if you're in a partnership with them.
That's correct.
Nobody. You don't deserve that. Anyway, I was like, man, fuck that shit. First of all, I'm not even a jealous type person. Second of all, if you eating, I'm eating. So, at least on the boundaries and how we set it, and like, hell yeah, make way more money than me, because I know that I'm doing what I want to do. If you're doing something that you want to do and this make you more money, like, everybody's always going to make more money than you. Everybody's always going to make less money than you. It's like, the whole comparing shit is all in your head, like. I think it's only a problem when it's being used and you're too insecure. It's only a problem when it's being used against you, and if you're being too insecure about it. If you have insecurities about it because of what other people have placed upon. Other than that, man, make all the money.
And so what you're saying is like to feel empowered by your partner being empowered, basically, because it's an equal partnership.
Right.
And if both of y'all are eating, then both of y'all are eating, and there's no reason that you should feel jealous about your partner making more money because you guys are both contributing in different valuable ways to the relationship.
Exactly. Everybody eats. I stand firmly behind it.
It's the slogan.
Everybody eats, B.
Yeah, and that's dope. And so again, like, these are the conversations that we realize that people aren't really having because largely a lot of it is societal standards that are pushed on us, even from something as small as like having your dream proposal and your dream wedding, which are things that are like, why is that what was made important in my head when I was a little kid?
Right. And so we're here to challenge all that shit.
Yeah, we challenge the norms. We actually challenge the norms in our lifestyle, for real, every day. And we want to bring, again, like we said, this all starts with awareness. And we just want to bring these ideas and concepts to y'all because it's like, if you're just going along with the program, you just part of the sheeple, and you've never actually considered this stuff for yourself, it's definitely something that needs to be considered, especially if you want to be in a long-term relationship with somebody.
Right.
Lifetime is a long time, yo. So these are the things that are best to be considered now so you can build upon a really strong foundation rather than building a whole building kind of haphazardly and then realizing when you're way at the top of it, it's not going to last for a long time.
Yeah.
So, like we said, we will have so much more.
We'll have more important content based up on these kind of premises. How, if you're single, how to build a power couple relationship.
Or attract one.
In a couple and you want to become a power couple, or if you're already a power couple and you want to meet other power couples and connect with other people and, form a bigger network, then, we're about to set all of that stuff up. So make sure you guys stay tuned.
Yes.
We're about to finish up creating this crab meat pile so we can have some crab cakes later on in the week.
Yeah. And also, I just want you guys to see where we're at. Like, I have one crab left.
I got one crab left too.
Okay.
And a crab arm.
Okay, I got 2 crab arms. And then I just have like 2 mussels and a piece of corn and a shrimp.
I got 1 mussel.
We did super well because this was a lot of pounds of seafood. I don't know exactly how much, but I think it was like at least 5 pounds on each tray. So it's a lot. I'm very full.
We gotta go walk the dog because he's been bothering us about going to use the bathroom. We've been neglecting our puppy, so.
Wow, I don't neglect him.
Just right now, we've been sitting here eating.
We're chatting, y'all.
And he's like, I want some crab meat too.
Dinner.
But y'all, appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching,
everybody.
Make sure y'all stay tuned and subscribe to Nenjah Rose.
Yes.
On YouTube.
Yes.
Follow us on Instagram.
And like our videos so everybody can see them.
Nenjah Nycist. What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is AR_ROO.
Word. So until next time, everybody.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right, y'all.